For the record, the Chat TV Mayoral Forum is brought to you by Elder and Punko Wealth Advisors.
The fourth wave of this pandemic has led to record high cases of COVID-19 in our city. As of October 5th, there are 544 active cases in Medicine Hat. This next question focuses on the city's handling of the pandemic, which has basically been to follow the lead of the provincial government. Do you think our city council should have followed Calgary's lead and acted independently to better protect local residents?
I believe we should do what we can to make our citizens happy. Whatever we want done is what we should do. If we need to have the vaccine passport, then that's what we need to do. If we need to have masks, that's what we need to do. I am unaware of what Calgary has done as of this moment, but I will look into it some more. But I do believe that we need to make sure our citizens are safe, if that's what we need to do with those vaccine passports and our masks. Thank you.
Yes, I do. Actually, back in late February, I had approached the city because I had talked to another couple people that I knew and a safety company in town and a doctor, and we were looking at ways that we could handle the outbreak better and safe. Because coming from my background in industry, we always faced things that were bad, whether it was toxic gases, dust, whatever, but we found a way to manage them. And I think the late action of trying to manage it has led us into some almost draconian methods that have ended up hurting people and causing more damage. I think if we had followed better protocols at first and isolated quicker with people who were actually at risk, we would have had not faced this big of disaster we're into now.
Well, in hindsight, this question, and obviously everybody knows how I handled this when I voted against a mask bylaw in the beginning. So that is on record, and everybody knows that. But I have always deferred to medical professionals. I come from a long line of doctors, and I know how hard it is to get into medical school or to become a nurse or a nurse practitioner, years and years in study. And so for you, I'm a layman. If for you to expect me or want me, you shouldn't want me to be giving you medical advice, and I've always stuck with that. Maybe that has been wrong, but I defer to the professionals because, that's their job. There's no person with a medical degree on council, and we don't even have any medical advisors. So perhaps, we could have done things differently, but that's hindsight, and, I'll have to stand on my record.
I believe it should have went to a vote. Now, would I have voted for a citywide mandate that extends over the provincial mandate? I'm not sure because I don't have all the necessary information. What I would do before making that decision is get all the qualified individuals in the city, ask the appropriate questions, and ask the populace of the city what they want to do as well is very important.
Well, it's easy to look back and judge what other people have done, but looking forward, I think we should definitely, our chief medical health officer, obviously we should be taking direction from her. But in addition to that, we need to be looking at what's going on in our own community and taking care of the people here. So it involves consulting with local doctors, our hospital, our local regional medical health officer. And when we experience higher cases, when our people and businesses are suffering, when our hospitals are full and people are having their procedures delayed, we do need to take action as a city. It's not about following anyone else. It's about doing what's right for our citizens.
Thank you, candidates. For the Record returns in just a moment. Please stay with us. Let's take a look now at 4 more candidates. Emmanuel Moritz has lived in Medicine Hat for 65 years. He believes City Council needs to do less work behind closed doors while providing detailed data about operations and costs.
Warren Pister is a retired RCMP officer. Pister has concerns about the proposed waterfront district, including development incentives being offered by the city. Ramona Robbins is the mother of twins and a former chief Crown prosecutor. Robbins says if elected, she will be a steward of public funds, speaking openly about COVID-19, support seniors, and be an advocate for social justice issues. Rockford Rutledge spent 16 years working in the oil field and is the current owner of the Canadian Gun Hub. Rutledge says his main goal in running for City Council is to encourage and promote the city to grow, change, and adapt into a better future.
When you know your contractor, you know the job will get done right the first time.
Timco has proudly been renovating residential and commercial properties in Medicine Hat area for over 19 years. We're proud to offer quality workmanship in everything from kitchens, basements, bathrooms, windows and doors, decks, garages, and exteriors. Timco has journeyman and apprentice carpenters on staff for all your renovation needs.
Call today for your free estimate. At Timco Home Improvements, we're making your home better.
Style. We all have our own. At Sofas & More, we have the perfect fit for your life and style. Choose from a large selection of fabric options, custom design your furniture, select your color. Sofas, dining tables, and bedroom furniture. All custom made by you. Everything you need to make your house your home. Sofas & More. More than you'd expect.
Mobile One Auto Service in Medicine Hat.
I've been in this business for close to 40 years, and I still just love working on vehicles.
Here at Mobile One, we are a full-service shop. We do everything from bumper to bumper.
We do coolant flushes, transmission flushes, full driveline services, brakes, mufflers, anything you can think of. Drive-in oil changes. We do the job right in front of you.
Mobile One Auto Service and Lube Express, your one-stop shop. Drive in, drive out, drive happy.
Love isn't always easy. It can be demanding, and complicated, even a little scary. Love is not something we choose, it chooses us. Often when we least expect it. And love becomes our whole world. Oh, once you have it, you never want to let it go. Love gives meaning to life and changes who we are in all the best ways.
Would you be able to go over to Adapt Mobility and pick me up some compression socks?
Yeah, I could do that. Thanks to Adapt Mobility, I have been able to regain my mobility. It's given me the freedom that I had before I had my stroke.
Hey Dwight, how's the chair working?
Adapt Mobility. What moves you?
Did you get what I asked for?
For the record, the Chat TV Mayoral Forum is brought to you by Elder and Punko Wealth Advisors.
One of the things that I have heard a lot about since I first moved to this city is the Medicine Hat Advantage. So tell me, what is the Medicine Hat Advantage and how do we build on that?
Well, the historical Medicine Hat Advantage is not what it is today. We came here because Medicine Hat was lucky enough to be built on a gas field that allowed it to have a lot of cash, could give cheap utilities. That's now exhausted. Our fish scales that we originally built on are gone. But I think our advantages are today, and we're not pumping them enough, is our location to Elkwater, is our location to the border, is our valleys, our trail systems, our parks. Those are the things that we have to market to others so that we can say, this is a way to come to Medicine Hat. You can have a good life here at a lower cost, and businesses can attract better quality employees who want to come and live in a city where they can enjoy themselves and enjoy their families and not have all the difficulties of a major center.
So when we first started talking about Medicine Hat Advantage, I always became myopic on the fact that it was only taxes and utilities, and that's one part of it. And we still have the lowest taxes and the lowest utilities in the province of Alberta, and that's a fact. Take a look at your bill. I know that the other candidates are going to say that we've lost the advantage or that we're paying too much for gas or electricity, but it's not true. We do still have the lowest cost in the province of Alberta. But what else is it? Is the Medicine Hat Advantage 330 days of sunshine? Is it the safe community? Is it the ability that you can walk downtown and feel relatively safe compared to other communities? And you only have to leave Medicine Hat to know that how safe it really is? Is it the fact that we are celebrated, that we have great rec facilities, that tourism? Is it the fact that we also have Special Olympics choosing Medicine Hat to come here, the entire country, because we have some of the best facilities? It's all of those things. It's taxes, utilities, and the sunshine and tourism and facilities. So I'm very proud, and I want to work to continue that.
So the advantage is having recreation facilities in our neighborhoods, having a small town community, and I believe our advantage going forth would be to add to our arsenal of power generation and to make more profit from selling to the Alberta grid.
Well, our Medicine Hat advantage isn't just our taxes and utility bills, the fact that we own our own electric utility. It's our neighborhoods and our community. We have wonderful parks here, and we have more parks than most cities. They're beautiful and generally well maintained. We have opportunities here with our natural gas production and our electric utility to grow in a way that other cities don't. And so even though the perception often is that we've lost the Medicine Hat advantage, I don't think that's true. When you do compare our rates with other cities' rates, they are often very competitive, if not better. So we need to be focusing on our advantages in terms of our comparative advantages.
The Medicine Hat advantage is having our low utility rates and all our rates being low. How do we build on it? Well, we need to continue and look at our businesses, our everything going on in our city, such as our facilities, our businesses, and everything that can keep our taxes low. We cannot sell our utilities. We can't sell any of our buildings that help out Medicine Hats. But we need to continue to grow on that.
Thank you, candidates. Still a few more questions and a chance to hear final thoughts from the candidates as they deliver their closing statements. That is coming up here on For the Record.
Shyla Sharps was born in Medicine Hat and returned to the city in 2000. Sharps says the hot topics she's focused on are financially fit, Invest Medicine Hat, downtown waterfront, diversification, and mental health. Jeremy Silver is the past chair of the City Centre Development Agency. He is campaigning on affordable housing and more supports for seniors in our community. Phil Turnbull is a retired businessman who was first elected to council in 2009. He says he is running again to finish the work council started 4 years ago. Charles Turner operates Chuck's Electrical. Turner would like to work with police to reduce petty theft within Medicine Hat. Chat TV, in partnership with the Medicine Hat District Chamber of Commerce, has live-to-tape interviews with the candidates. They can all be found on our website. Just head to chatnewstoday.ca.
Adapt Mobility definitely has given us so much freedom. Trevor and his team, they're like family to us, and they treat us like family. You know, he kind of sets the bar for Reed to try even higher and do more. It's letting Reed be a boy instead of always having to focus on his disability.
Adapt Mobility. What moves you?
When you know your contractor, you know the job will get done right the first time.
Timco has proudly been renovating residential and commercial properties in Medicine Hat area for over 19 years. We're proud to offer quality workmanship in everything from kitchens, basements, bathrooms, windows and doors, decks, garages, and exteriors. Timco has journeyman and apprentice carpenters on staff for all your renovation needs.
Call today for your free estimate. At Timco Home Improvements, we're making your home better.
Style. We all have our own. At Sofas & More, we have the perfect fit for your life and style. Choose from a large selection of fabric options, custom design your furniture, select your color. Sofas, dining tables, and bedroom furniture. All custom made by you. Everything you need to make your house your home. Sofas & More, more than you'd expect.
Mobile One Auto Service in Medicine Hat.
I've been in this business for close to 40 years, and I still just love working on vehicles.
Here at Mobile One, we are a full-service shop. We do everything from bumper to bumper.
We do coolant flushes, transmission flushes, full driveline services, brakes, mufflers, anything you can think of. Drive-in oil changes. We do the job right in front of you. Mobile One Auto Service and Lube Express, your one-stop shop. Drive in, drive out, drive happy.
Love isn't always easy. It can be demanding, and complicated, even a little scary. Love is not something we choose, it chooses us. Often when we least expect it. And love becomes our whole world. Oh, once you have it, you never want to let it go. Love gives meaning to life and changes who we are in all the best ways.
For the record, the Chat TV Mayoral Forum is brought to you by Elder and Punko Wealth Advisors.
A number of our recreational facilities are aging and are badly in need of upgrades. What is your plan to address aging recreational facilities and ensure residents have accessible and affordable options?
So it is part of my platform, and I think I'm the only one that has actually laid this out about I want to build new facilities. And I know people will say, well, where's the money going to come from during financially fit? Let me assure you, the city does have the reserves to do some of these things. Yes, the facilities are getting aged. So let's say we put $6 million into Crestwood Pool. It will still just be Crestwood Pool. It will be a lane pool. You won't know that any money's gone into it. But imagine if we built a brand new facility, outdoor facility, water slides, spray parks, who knows what else, a lazy river ride that could go through it. The world is anything is possible. So really, I think we need to invest so that we can keep pace with the other communities. Frankly, Lethbridge is ahead of us on some of these things. And so I want to look at Echodale and ice in the north that I talked about and water in the south. And I really do believe we can lower our operating costs with new facilities and have real attractions that everybody can be proud of.
Well, being a former city employee and an operator of some of these buildings, I know for a fact that there's nothing wrong with these structural facilities. They may need some updates, but if you look at new construction costs and materials, in my opinion, it's going to be way cheaper, and it's important to me that they stay in the neighborhoods that they already are in.
Well, primarily we need to have accessible and affordable options. Neighborhood recreation facilities are so critical to our neighborhood health, our community health. Walkable, livable neighborhoods attract people to live here. They make people want to stay here. So we need to first think about where our facilities need to be, and that's within our existing neighborhoods. Obviously, we need to see business cases for each of these facilities, but critically, they need to stay within our neighborhoods where people live.
That is something I'm going to have to look more into, but I know with our facilities, we need to make sure when we're upgrading them that we're including those who want to participate, such as those with mental and physical disabilities.
Well, when I first got out of college, I worked actually for the Calgary Exhibition and Stampede Board, and I ran the Corral Arena. That was built in the 50s, and that's just getting torn down now, and the only reason it's getting torn down is because of expansion. I don't buy into this, that these buildings are too old. If that was the case, like I said before, then the houses in the same area, if the furnace is deficient and the hot water heater is no good, then you should tear down your house and move. I think it's better to keep the facility in that area repair the problem, because you're going to have to put this equipment in another location anyways. And abandonment is never cheap. As we found with the arena in the downtown already, the city's saying it's going to cost another $1.5 million more than we had budgeted. So abandoning these does no good, and to keep the communities healthy, you need to retain these facilities.
Join our conversation using the hashtag MHVotes on Twitter, or you can also leave a comment on our Facebook page. Look for Chat TV Medicine Hat.
Let's take a look at the final four candidates. Allison Van Dyke grew up just outside Medicine Hat on a mixed conventional farm. She believes now is the time to attract new residents or entice back those who moved away. Brian Varga is a landscaper with LMT who was first elected to City Council in 2013. Varga wants to continue executing the Accelerated Financially Fit initiative, promote economic development, and keep taxes and utilities fair. Brian Webster is a retired member of the Medicine Hat Fire Department. He believes the city has a spending problem, and it is time to make tough decisions on reducing spending. Justin Wright is a small business owner, father, and community volunteer. He wants to build upon the key advantages of Medicine Hat by being a steward of fiscal responsibility, focusing on families, and community-first policies.
Mobile One Auto Service in Medicine Hat.
I've been in this business for close to 40 years, and I still just love working on vehicles.
Here at Mobile One, we are a full-service shop. We do everything from bumper to bumper.
We do coolant flushes, transmission flushes, full driveline services, brakes, mufflers, anything you can think of. Drive-in oil changes. We do the job right in front of you. Mobile One Auto Service and Lube Express, your one-stop shop. Drive in, drive out, drive happy.
When you know your contractor, you know the job will get done right the first time.
Timco has proudly been renovating residential and commercial properties in Medicine Hat area for over 19 years. We're proud to offer quality workmanship in everything from kitchens, basements, bathrooms, windows and doors, decks, garages, and exteriors. Timco has journeyman and apprentice carpenters on staff for all your renovation needs.
Call today for your free estimate. At Timco Home Improvements, we're making your home better.
Met up with one of my friends, and he left, so we decided we were gonna go. So I got out in front of Starbucks, and my wheelchair stopped. And we tried to see if we could fix it on our own, but we couldn't figure it out, so we phoned the Adapt Mobility, and Trevor came out like 15 minutes later and fixed the problem, and we were off. So I would recommend them.
Adapt Mobility. What moves you?
The municipal election campaign took a sad turn last month with the sudden passing of Jim Turner. Turner was seeking his third term on council. Colleagues and friends reflected on the impact he had on the city and business community. Those who knew him best described Turner as a councillor who said his piece while devoting his time to serving the community. Jim Turner's name will still be on the ballot. His family took to social media to respectfully let it be known not to vote for him. A win would trigger by-election, something his family says Turner would not want to happen.
For the record, the Chat TV Mayoral Forum is brought to you by Elder and Punko Wealth Advisors.
Welcome back. Many things that local government want to accomplish are dependent on other levels of government. So our final question for this event is, as mayor, how can you ensure Medicine Hat concerns are heard and addressed?
It comes down to collaboration with other governments, Alberta, federal. It's also important that this city has someone in a leadership role that will do everything and anything in his power to make sure that the citizens of this city get the appropriate and necessary funding and assistance they need. And I don't believe that's happening right now. And if I have to go up to Edmonton myself and talk to the health minister myself, I absolutely will.
We have a lot of opportunities as candidates to go out and meet people. It's something that happens during elections that doesn't necessarily happen during a term when you are elected. So we should continue meeting with people. How do we do that? Well, we have Zooms. And some people are sick of Zoom culture, but we also can have town halls in ways that allow people who would not otherwise be comfortable or able to attend council to come in and have an interaction, whether it's at a park or a gymnasium or at the Moose Rec Center. We can provide opportunities for that engagement where it's a two-way conversation and make sure that we are continually communicating with our community, whether it's through podcasts or the website or Zooms.
I will keep hounding our provincial governments to make sure that we are not forgotten about and that things get done here as well. Medicine Hat is a beautiful city, and we need to make sure that we're not being left in that forgotten corner. So I'll keep hounding them and make sure that they get us what we need.
I've said this from the onset of my campaign. Within 100 days, I would set up a delegation of senior administration and councillors, form the top 10 concerns on a provincial level of Medicine Hat, then make deliberate appointments with the appropriate ministries in Edmonton, and then travel to Edmonton, explain our concerns to the ministers, and then our expectations. And this would be an annual event until we get what we deserve. It's time for Medicine Hat to stop being the forgotten corner and stand up. The highway to Edmonton works two ways. We don't have to sit here and complain that the Premier did not come down for 3 years.
This is a very difficult one. So when I attend a mid-sized city mayor's meeting, oftentimes the other mayors, Red Deer, Lethbridge, Calgary, Edmonton, Grand Prairie, they all come cap in hand and looking to the provincial government for money. And so we participate in that. But I've always taken the attitude that we can do this ourselves. We can be independent. We can be resourceful. We have a very resourceful community. And sometimes you can go cap in hand. I've had 6 premiers since I've been in politics. You can build a relationship with your premier or Minister of Municipal Affairs, and they're gone. And so nothing ever happens to move these forward when you are constantly begging. So isn't it maybe better to be independent, where we own our own utilities, where we try to attract new business, where we can grow our tax base and thereby lowering our residential taxes? And so that has always been my little bit of a maverick approach to this, based on the other mayors. But I think it has been successful, as we are really the envy of this province.
That concludes our questions for this evening. Thank you to all of the candidates. When we come back, they will deliver their closing statements.
This election, all Albertans will be voting for more than just mayors, councillors, and school trustees. They'll also be asked to vote yes or no on 2 referendum questions. The first question deals with the issue of equalization. The question will read, should Section 36(2) of the Constitution Act from 1982, Parliament and the Government of Canada's commitment to the principle of making equalization payments, be removed from the Constitution? The results of the vote on equalization will indicate what action the provincial government needs to take.
Love isn't always easy. It can be demanding, and complicated, even a little scary. Love is not something we choose. It chooses us, often when we least expect it. And love becomes our whole world. Oh, once you have it, you never want to let it go. Love gives meaning to life and changes who we are in all the best ways.
Style. We all have our own. At Sofas & More, we have the perfect fit for your life and style. Choose from a large selection of fabric options, custom design your furniture, select your color. Sofas, dining tables, and bedroom furniture. All custom made by you. Everything you need to make your house your home. Sofas & More than you'd expect.
When you know your contractor, you know the job will get done right the first time.
Timco has proudly been renovating residential and commercial properties in Medicine Hat area for over 19 years. We're proud to offer quality workmanship in everything from kitchens, basements, bathrooms, windows and doors, decks, garages, and exteriors. Timco has journeyman and apprentice carpenters on staff for all your renovation needs.
Call today for your free estimate. At Timco Home Improvements, we're making your home better.
Would you be able to go over to Adapt Mobility and pick me up some compression socks?
Yeah, I could do that. Thanks to Adapt Mobility, I have been able to regain my mobility. It's given me the freedom that I had before I had my stroke.
Hey Dwight, how's the chair working? Adapt Mobility. What moves you?
Did you get what I asked for?
Mobile One Auto Service in Medicine Hat.
I've been in this business for close to 40 years, and I still just love working on vehicles.
Here at Mobile One, we are a full-service shop. We do everything from bumper to bumper.
We do coolant flushes, transmission flushes, full driveline services, brakes, mufflers, anything you can think of. Drive-in oil changes. We do the job right in front of you.
Mobile One Auto Service and Lube Express, your one-stop shop. Drive in, drive out, drive happy.
A widely debated topic in Alberta for years has to do with changing our clocks twice a year. This election, voters will weigh in on daylight saving time. The official question on the ballot will read, do you want Alberta to adopt year-round daylight saving time, which is summer hours, eliminating the need to change our clocks twice a year? A majority yes vote would mean the province would have to adopt daylight saving time year-round.
For the record, the Chat TV Mayoral Forum is brought to you by Elder and Punko Wealth Advisors.
Thank you to all the candidates for sharing their views on some of the issues that are important to voters this election. Now is their chance to share their final thoughts on why they believe they are the best person to lead our city. Each candidate has 2 minutes to make their closing statement. Ms. Clark.
I want to be mayor of Medicine Hat, not because I'm good at campaigning or good at politics, but because I truly care about the welfare of this city. I want us to be prosperous into the future, and I want to rebuild a community that I grew up in, one where we all care about each other and everyone matters, where I could walk to Crestwood Pool from my school, Crestwood, and we could walk to, during gym class from Hat High, we could walk to the Moose Rec Center to go skating. These are things that are fundamental to not only our well-being as a community, but to economic development. I've been hearing from many businesses that they simply can't find workers to move here. And I've been hearing from many members of our community that they simply can't find work. So we need to bridge that gap. And part of bridging that gap is working with our college and working with our community members to make sure that, and community groups to make sure that we are forming a community that has a feeling of belonging. And that's what I grew up with, a feeling of belonging. And whether it's the parks that we play in, or the recreation centers that we skate in, or the businesses that we work in, we all need a place in our community. And that's important to not just our well-being as a community, but to our business development and our tourism and our worker development. So we all do better when our community is strong.
Michael Starner, your 2 minutes start now.
Thank you for the opportunity to answer these questions. I hope my lack of knowledge for some of these questions at this moment doesn't deter your vote towards me. I'm working as hard as I can to get the right information. I don't shy away from a challenge. I'm still working on being in the public eye, as when I am in the public eye, I'm not me. I'm a jolly old man. I never make promises I can't keep, but if something isn't right, I'll be at the forefront to make sure it meets our community standard. So again, thank you to Chat, and I'm humbled to have made it on this journey. And if elected, I will do everything in my power to help make the city great.
Mr. Rose, your 2 minutes start now.
Okay, I believe I'm the best candidate because, like I've said before, for the last 3 years, I was actively shadowing the city and their spending and their budgets. I have an extensive background in business development, which taught me about forecasting. I'm currently concerned about things like what's going to happen with Battis and Unit 16 and 17 of the electrical. I believe the reason the city wanted to get rid of those was probably because they didn't do a proper forecasting on future economics with increasing carbon taxes. So with my development experience, I'd like to bring that to the table so we can see that the forecasting is done properly. I have a big passion for the arenas, for the pools. I believe in a smart community built in a smart way, and I want to actively promote Medicine Hat. I will take a thing, I'm even willing to do small videos. If you've got friends and family coming, if you have a wedding, I'd be willing to do 30-second Mimo cameo videos, inviting them to Medicine Hat and explaining the virtues of Medicine Hat. I would take a very active role in promoting Medicine Hat, making sure our funds are taken care of, and that we stop wasting money. We are losing too much money on non-producing assets, and that's taken away from the benefits that we have here at Medicine Hat.
Mr. Clugston, your 2 minutes start now.
In this election, you are voting for mayor, the chief governance officer for the next 4 years, not the next 4 months. This has been a difficult and dark time to be in the politics these last 19 months. I know you are all on edge. I'm on edge. We are angry, frustrated, tired, and I'm actually with you on this. But this vote, this municipal election, is about the future, the light, what is possible, what can be done with COVID in the rearview mirror. This is about pools, parks, paths, playgrounds, police, firefighters, and my vision for the future, Ecodale, campgrounds, financial restraint. These are the things that a mayor can control. Talk is cheap. And I've proven when I set my mind to something, I get it done, and you can't deny it. When I set out to burn the city or build the FLC expansion or the event center or new fire halls or municipal heritage trust fund or new generators, these things just got done. And I will fulfill my promises about recreation in the waterfront and financial restraint. I've said it many times. One of my favorite parts of this job is getting into the classrooms and speaking with children. This is how I stay grounded. I'll answer their questions for hours, as they are the future. What we do today is for their tomorrow. It isn't about instant gratification. It's about investing in our future. They tell me what interests them in their own way. During this last term, I have often wondered what my father would have said. I would do anything to ask his advice about politics and pandemics and the general state of affairs today. And while he loved politics, he despised politicians. But I think, in this case, he would say, carry on, carry on.
Tony Leahy, your 2 minutes start now.
I'm going to leave you with this. John F. Kennedy used to say, an error does not become a mistake until you refuse to fix it. We can fix these errors, Medicine Hat, so they do not become mistakes that we may not be able to ever recover from. On October 18th, vote Tony Leahy for mayor, and together we will get through this.
Thank you very much to all of the candidates for being here, and thank you for joining Chat News for this special mayoral forum. For the record, we'll be right back here on election night with live results, reaction, and analysis starting at 8 o'clock. That is on Monday, October 18th. You can catch us right here on Chat News or the live stream on our website at chatnewstoday.ca. I'm Dan Reynish.
style. We all have our own. At Sofas & More, we have the perfect fit for your life and style. Choose from a large selection of fabric options, custom design your furniture, select your color. Sofas, dining tables, and bedroom furniture. All custom made by you. Everything you need to make your house your home. Sofas & More, more than you'd expect.
Love isn't always easy. It can be demanding, and complicated, even a little scary. Love is not something we choose, it chooses us. Often when we least expect it. And love becomes our whole world. Oh, once you have it, you never want to let it go. Love gives meaning to life and changes who we are in all the best ways.
When you know your contractor, you know the job will get done right the first time.
Timco has proudly been renovating residential and commercial properties in Medicine Hat area for over 19 years. We're proud to offer quality workmanship in everything from kitchens, basements, bathrooms, windows and doors, decks, garages, and exteriors. Timco has journeyman and apprentice carpenters on staff for all your renovation needs.
Call today for your free estimate. At Timco Home Improvements, we're making your home better.
Some dog. Sure is. The squad is back. The five of us, we're the team. Hudson and Rex. All new episode. Tonight 8/7 Central on City TV. Or stream anytime on the City TV app or citytv.com. Law and Order, SVU, Organized Crime. Tonight on City TV.